want to respect something, respect this. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. That's Jesus. And Muhammad is the most perfect fulfillment of this ever. Jesus said, false prophets are coming. Okay, how are we going to recognize them? They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. How did Muhammad come to the Jews and Christians? Hey, Jews and Christians, I'm on your side. A couple years later, you all have to be violently subjugated. Sheep's clothing, ravening wolf. Perfect fulfillment of a false prophet. And sounds like this would be something I would be required to go after. So I'll just conclude with, again, the command of Jesus. If you want to respect Jesus, who, by the way, was a Jew, just so you know. Jesus said, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. Jesus said he was going to die on the cross, rise from the dead, and he said that he is the divine Son of God. So if you want to respect Jesus, at bare minimum, believe in Jesus' death for sins, his resurrection from the dead, his divine nature, and oppose false prophets, the prime example of which is Muhammad. Daniel says, how can I possibly say that Muhammad is the greatest threat? Well, he's not. He's dead. What I said was, Muhammad is the most obvious fulfillment of Jesus' warning about false prophets. So if you want to respect Jesus, you'd have to respect his warning about false prophets, and Muhammad is the most perfect fulfillment of Jesus' claims about false prophets ever. But you read the Muslim sources, here's actually what happened. Muhammad spent years in Mecca preaching, but he's talking to pagans, and he's telling them, because of his belief in the scriptures of the Jews, that when we finally run into a bunch of Jews, they're going to confirm me as a prophet. The Jews are going to confirm me. Muhammad got to Medina eventually, and the Jews were ready to laugh him out of town. You think you're a prophet with this nonsense? But Muhammad was convinced, because he believed in the inspiration, preservation, and authority of the Torah, that he was prophesied in there and that it was clear. Well, what does that mean if the Jews are saying you're not in there and you're a false prophet? If it's so clear as he believed, then the Jews who say he's not in there, they must be lying, and they must be evil, and they must be trying to lead people away from the truth. And so hence the hostility, but it's not just towards Jews, it's towards Christians, it's towards everyone else. I'm not saying all Muslims are like that, but Islam does lead to that, because you do have that in the sources.